You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!
We're live. Let's see. I want to say the biggest apologies to everybody. Traffic just wasn't on the side today. No excuses. Work still has to get done. Thank you all more so for tuning in. Also, biggest apologies to the gentleman from Verbal Warzone. To date, these are actually my biggest, no offense to anybody else that's been here, guests ever, especially league owners as that. So apologies once again.
No problem. It happens, man.
Mean it. So I know last night there was a nice turnout. You guys had an event. If you want to give them a little bit of details about the event.
For what the
Last night.
No, that was Rain Boss Chick Rain event. You know what I mean? So we there. You know, she's part of our staff. She with us. So we coming out to support her and what she was doing. So
Gotcha.
that's why we stepped out. In full force, whatever for.
Gotcha. So one thing that took place last night, that's going to be taking place at the event next week, Collateral Damage Part 2, was a face-off between Jada Ray and Charisma. If anybody more so that doesn't know, I feel like the footage may be put out for that as well. I'll say with that face-off, it definitely made me want to see the battle even more. That's one battle that I wanted to see on top of, I would even say, Hustle and, Official and E Hart. Two big names, but I wanted to see Jada and Charisma even more. Maybe because I felt like there was a fire in both. Charisma being the first lady of Verbal Warzone, being the most experienced with Verbal Warzone. I know that she's not coming to play, and Jada just making that return. No offense to any of the other ladies, but that's the one that I was most looking forward to. So Verbal Warzone, where did the name come from?
Well, we started that up. It was like 2013. We were just coming up with different names, and and that was the name that just stuck with it.
Gotcha.
We just went with it and we stuck with it.
Gotcha. So there are tons of other leagues that are actually around. What makes yours stick out?
Because it's the elements is foundational rap. It's on beat. You know what I mean? So that's the difference between us and a lot of other people. Salute to acapella battle rap, but we just felt like we wanted to do something a little different. Instead of just following the trend what everybody else was doing. Us being a little bit older, you know what I mean? We just felt like that was more suited towards our era and what we're used to hearing growing up. So we felt like the beats was the way to go.
Gotcha. Salute to C7M Radio. Also, biggest mistake, just want to allow the guests to introduce themselves. Gentleman on the left.
Definitely chosen. Yo, shout out to Seven Mitchell. What's up? I see you, King. Salute. Word. Your boy extraordinaire. Shout out to the fans. Without no fans, there's no Verbal Warzone. Facts, super facts. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to 15 Minutes of Fame too, for having us on.
Yeah, no, thank you
Wow,
both.
we've been up here, man.
Right.
Hey, yo, 15 Minutes Fame was our first interview.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man.
Gotcha.
First interview, man.
Gotcha.
Queens of battle rap. That's what's up.
Yeah, one thing about this, not to jump around, but one of the main reasons, and I've been actually like promoting you guys this event because I feel like it's for me, the biggest female event of the year. You know what I'm saying? For me. You know what I'm saying? I think it's dope. I think you have a mixture of females that people want. I think you have a mixture of people, like females that people haven't seen in a while. It's on a beat. And you, once again, for me, you get to see who actually, you know what I'm saying, just battles and who can rap or do music outside of that. So when I kept seeing this card and I was making this announcement on some shows back and I kept saying, every fucking time I look at this fucking card, it gets better and better and better. You know what I'm saying? So salute to both of you. I honestly mean that. The culture for the women, I feel, has been on a little bit of a decline, but you guys are actually, they work with the men as well. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just highlighting the ladies right now at this point. Yeah, salute big time, and I mean that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man. Appreciate that, man.
Definitely. At what point did you feel like we've got something or we're on to something?
I would say our first event. You know what I'm saying? We had 3 battles, I think it was. Yeah, I think like more like 2. 2 or 3 battles. It was 2 or 3 battles, man. And it was like, you know what I'm saying? It took off
like to us, it was like, oh damn. I looked at my brother, and my brother looked at me like, yo, this can work.
Gotcha. Okay. I know that a lot of times people more so will go out of their ways to say like, I want to be on this league or that league. In terms of Verbal Warzone, how do you do scouting, or how does one apply to be on Verbal Warzone?
Well, we have a process like one called Sniper Division.
Okay.
And what he did, like my brother King Sprite, shout out to King Sprite, Butter Madison, AK, Black Light, Boss Chick Rain, myself. We go through people's Instagram. They actually submit SoundClouds. We do battle challenge. Charmaine Davis, salute to her. You know what I mean? And we go through people's music resume to see if they can really rap, and then we do like battle challenges on Facebook. Okay. And that's how we start scouting from there. So but it's a mixture of all of us. We hear somebody and we try to get them.
Gotcha. So I know that you've had like some cards in the past. Do you all feel like this is your biggest card to date, or has there been other cards that you feel like are equally matched?
I say this is our second biggest. Second biggest card.
Yeah, gotcha.
I think World War I was the biggest one we had because it was more of a shocker. Okay. Because at the end of the day, we still a little small league. You know what I mean? So I don't get it confused. You know what I mean? So just the blessings of God. You know what I mean? That we was able with the relationships and the networking and throughout the years and people liking the concept and stuff like that. But definitely, I think World War I was the biggest one. This one technically should have been a World War II, but we didn't really want to do that so early. So we wanted to do some follow up with a different card that we had. So this is definitely the second biggest one that we have.
Gotcha.
Us,
what motivates you all to kind of keep on going?
I would say the battles and seeing the way it's progressing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. So with that being said, with the battles, if someone has never seen a Verbal Warzone battle, can you just name, and I don't want this to make it like you're biased to the artist, but what are some battles you would recommend for them to go out and watch? All of them, yeah. But nonetheless.
For real, but okay, I know we getting towards the female right now. So
anybody.
Anyone, but I'm going to get to that. I'm going to start off with the female. Okay. One of my better female battles right now that's out right now is Coffee versus Charisma. Coffee is an upcoming female, you know what I'm saying? Charisma was an upcoming female, and that was crazy to me, you know what I'm saying? That was a fire battle. So Coffee versus Charisma is out. Definitely could go check that out. Another one of my favorite one was Cash Bills versus Mickey Fats. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites.
You know what I mean? I know he got other favorites.
Man, I got a lot of them. You got Cash Bills versus Fire the Misfit. Facts. You got Charisma versus Boss Chick Rain. Bandana Boogie versus your boy Clips. There's so many, man.
Right,
the list goes
Chef
on.
Trash versus Chef Trash. There's a lot of them, man. There's a lot we have up there. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Fire versus Enes is a good one. If you want to be strictly entertained, that's a good one up there. So there's a lot of ones up there you can go check out, man.
The bill collecting Cortez.
That went viral. That's pure entertainment right there. Yeah, that was a good battle, man.
So I know that they say in regards to the beat process, if I were battling, let's just say someone else, I would choose a beat, they would choose a beat, and then I'm told you guys would choose a beat. How do you go about choosing a beat?
Look, we'll say more like styles. We look at both of their styles and try to go in between with it.
Okay, gotcha.
Or sometimes we just pick beats.
Gotcha.
Well, the thought process behind that was this. Like, technically, every artist is different. So you're going to pick a beat that suits your style. And I'm going to pick a beat that suits my style. So, in theory, going into any battle, it should be 1-1. And the deciding factor should be that last beat.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? This is the toss-up. So, because we don't really want nobody to look bad. Because one of the premises of why we even created Verbal Warzone was that the stigma that a lot of battle rappers couldn't make music. So, when people had a chance to see them actually battling and having that bridge towards the industry, now people was looking, they get a feel and a sense of who can really do what. Because I kind of feel like with acapella, you really don't get the sense of the feel of what an artist's true talents really is. You know what I mean? Is that stigma is always there lacking.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, you know, they're great MCs, but without really the beat element, you not know if they're really a good rapper for sure. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So that was one of the mindsets behind that.
Gotcha. So being as that you all have come out in 2013, for any league owners or potential league owners out there, is there any word of advice that you would give them?
Stick to the grind. Don't give up. You know, you're going to go through the ups and downs. Got to stick with it and believe what you're going, you know what I'm saying, what you're doing.
Well, I'm going to tell you straight. If you in this for money, then you might as well be in the wrong business.
Gotcha.
Because it's going to take
It's
some money.
definitely
You know
going to
what I
take
mean?
some money.
And you're not going to see the return right then and there. You know, so if you looking for a straight off the back profit, then you might as well skip somewhere else. Because this ain't going to happen like that. You know, it takes time, takes patience, you know, just like any other legit business, you know?
Gotcha. So a person asked RC, what happened to Official versus Hustle, and why did it switch to O versus E Hart?
Well, it's a long story behind it. You know, we really don't want to get into it. Just know it wasn't on our end. You know, we wanted that battle to happen. You know what I'm saying? It had a storyline behind it. People wanted to see it. Soon we put it up, it basically just took off. People started talking about it. But, you know, fortunately it happened. And that's what it is. We're going to leave it like that.
However, even though that happened, you still made a fire replacement. So that's the dope part about it.
Yeah.
That's the dope part about it. You got E Hart versus fucking Official on a beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it could go, you know what I'm saying, either way based on what you like, style, so on and so forth. So it didn't happen, but you got a, I don't want to say a better replacement. I don't want Hustle mad at me, but you got an excellent replacement at that.
Nah, man, shout out to Sis, man. Listen, man. I mean, things happen. You know what I mean? Whatever was situation happened, things happen. And, you know, I had a chance to talk to her afterwards. You know, me and her chopped it up. You know, it was respectful, whatever the case may be. So, you know, I got her word as a woman, you know, as a queen, whatever, you know. So she's like, yo, we will revisit something later on. So my thing is, I don't want no bad blood between me and you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a little older gentleman. You know, she's a little younger lady, younger queen. So, you know, things happen, like I said, but so it's no bad blood. So we're just going to leave it there, you know what I mean? But like my brother did say, you know, it wasn't on our end, you know what I mean? We took care of our business, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's all good, though. But we revisit that down the line, hopefully, you know what I mean?
Gotcha. That's one thing I will say, too. You know, I feel like I don't hear everything, per se. I hear, you know, tidbits, and you take it for what it is. But I will say that I have never heard any bad juju or whatever regarding your league. You know what I'm saying? Not to say if I did hear bad that it would mean anything, but you hear things about other people's leagues from the artists, so on and so forth. And I'm not saying that if something happened between you and the artist that they wouldn't shit on you, but I can honestly say everything that I've been told regarding to you guys has actually been professional.
Yeah, thank you, man. It's the truth,
man. It means
man.
a lot to hear that.
It means a lot, man. And it just people know, like, if we book you, and once we negotiate a price and we settle on a price or whatever the case may be, you there, your money's there. You know what I mean? From the time we book you, you get your deposit, whatever the case may be, your money's already sitting there. It's in the bank waiting. You feel me?
Right.
So it's like you're not going to hear when you get to the door, oh, we didn't make this, we didn't make that, we didn't have this. You're not going to hear that. Your money's there, whether I take a loss or not. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the best thing. And at the end of the day, yo, listen, anything is just about respect.
Right.
You know what I mean? Listen, I'm human just like you. You know what I mean? Just come and holler at me. Or one of us and tell us whatever. You know, if we feel like if it's game, then we be like, you know what I mean? Let it go ahead and go. Because at the end of the day, listen, I look at it like this. If you have opportunity to go here, here, and here and get money, why would you burn your bridges, you know, of every place you're trying to go? Because only way I could put it like as a hustler mentality, because I'm from the streets, right? So if I got like a different customers, I'm not gonna downgrade one customer because no matter what that customer is giving me, that's still money in my pocket. Right. So if I shit on that one customer, that's maybe $10-15 that they don't bring. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody's so busy chasing the $100 customer that come maybe one time or 2 times a week, where this $10 guy come maybe 30, 40 times a day.
Right.
So you're gonna look down on him
Right.
because he only spent $10. But if you really do the math, he's spending more than $100.
Right.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, yo, at the end of the day, listen, if you could get a bag here and you know your bag is secure, why would you mess it up?
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's just a jewel for whoever watching,
Right.
man. You know what I mean?
What do you feel like is the most frustrating part of being a league owner? I know you said that don't do it for the money, but
Wow.
yeah, I can imagine it's a lot. Just doing this show, I've seen the ugly side of things, but a league owner, I could only imagine.
I would say I would like to see them promote more. That's kind of frustrating when you got to do all the footwork. And I would basically say that we really didn't have too many problems with people, but the ones we did, it is what it is.
Right. Okay.
Oh, man,
There's a lot, but
I can imagine.
there's a lot. I mean,
Give you a political
we've been
answer.
kind of fortunate. We've been kind of fortunate in that regards, really, like you said, it could have been a little bit more promotion, but like I said before, like, it's our responsibility no matter what. We still gonna do what we have to do, but it would have been preferable if they would have chipped in a little bit more and did a little bit more promotion.
Gotcha.
You understand what I'm saying? Because they should just understand maybe their money should be tied into the door and they force them to, and promote a little bit more to get their bread. You know what I mean?
Hey.
But hey, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? This is people. Sometimes they're a little bit younger.
Right.
You know what I mean? So this people gotta grow and mature into certain things, and then, whatever they do now, if they trying to get into the industry, they gonna have to take those. They can't take them same habits
Right.
with them there.
Definitely.
Like for instance, everybody got on Cassidy for doing a great promotion that he did. But you got to understand where Cassidy came from. He came from the industry. This is routine for him. Like, here it is, you going on do tour. You don't promote where you going on your tour. How somebody
Nobody's
gonna come and see
out.
you?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? He want people to show up at the at
the venues.
At the venues, so the promoters could get paid, so he could get paid. So he is a right that he promote. So I don't think battle rappers really understand that, or got mad when he did the aggressive that he did.
Right.
Which is he did nothing wrong because he's coming from a different side.
Right,
So
right.
what they should have did was like kind of learn from it.
that. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you're a battle rapper, your ultimate goal is to try to be transition to the industry.
Right.
If you're not trying to transition to the industry and you're just doing this for fun, then I get it.
Right.
But if you're not trying to transition, then you
it
might
don't
as
make
well
no
just
sense.
go
Yeah.
get you a job.
Right. Well said. Well said. Definitely agree. Well said. What was my other question? The upcoming card, Collateral Damage. Usually before every show, I'll go through like a bunch of like announcements or whatever, and I'll promote that card. But while you guys are here, for one, if anyone, I know that it's gonna be next week, July 27th. If anybody is more so within the
Come
area,
out.
please make your way out to this event.
It's gonna be a movie.
Yeah, it's if you're under a rock, you know what I'm saying, and you haven't been on like Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or anything like that, make it your business to go ahead and check that out, because when you see the lineup on this card, and like I said, it's all on a fucking beat. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. But if you want to let them know where the event is, how they can get tickets, so on and so forth.
And we go to Eventbrite. You can go on Eventbrite. Matter of fact, go on any of the Instagrams of Verbal Warzone Chosen. You can go on there. You see the link on there. It'll take you straight to the website.
Gotcha. And the event is starting at what time?
5
o'clock. Gotcha. And it's 5
to 12.
5 to 12, which gives a nice bit of time for
Do something, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Come out.
Yes.
That's it, man. You know what I mean?
Yes, it really is. Like I said, if you haven't checked out who's going to be on this card, do yourself a favor, you know what I'm saying, and check out and know all that's going to be up there. Off the top of the dome, as said before, it is E-Hart versus Official. It's Chrissy Yamaguchi versus Miss Tosh.
Right.
It is Coffee versus Bonnie Godiva. It is Jada Ray versus Charisma.
You have Fire the Misfit versus Young Cannon.
Cannon.
You have B Magic versus Cash Bills. You have Shotgun Suge versus Butter from the Block.
Chef
You got
Trez
Chef
versus
Trez
Casino
versus
PA.
Casino PA. You have
Young
two upcoming
Young
battles.
L
Young
versus
L,
Jay DeVille.
Jay DeVille, and we have King H versus KH. Shout out to Soul Snatchers. I would be amiss if I didn't say that. Soul Snatchers sponsor for this one. You know what I mean? Helped us out. So, it's on the card too as well. So shout out to them, Soul Snatchers.
Gotcha. So I know a lot of times people more so, within this culture, one of the things that they say I don't necessarily agree with is you're only as good as your last performance. Do you guys, is your goal going to be to top this card?
Always trying to do that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, right now we still more like focused. Our main thing too, is to try to also recruit our own people. We've been also doing that at the same time. It's not that we just getting some big names and putting them on the card. You know what I mean? Yes, we want to do that because the fans are asking that. You know what I mean? And salute to the fans, they drive it. But at the end of the day, listen, the people that we're more catering to getting, you might not know who they are,
right?
Because a lot of them is like lyricists from the street. Their first obligation is towards music,
right?
So these are like backpack rappers, really that rap. You know what I mean? These not like dudes that you think somebody ghost writing for them, and I'm like, nah, these dudes really rap.
Gotcha.
or females. So you're gonna start seeing a lot more people that you might not even know of, but people from the street already probably know of them because they got their little buzz from just putting out their little mixtapes or whatever the case may be. So we gonna be more going into like, okay, doing that, and we starting to expand at the same time, because at the same time we have a branch in Philly. You know what I'm saying? We have a branch that we trying to finish working on in the Midwest.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So of course New York is the home base, so we still trying to tighten up everything still between here and Philly, but we working on the Midwest as well. We did something out there already. We're gonna get a little bit better out there, but we also trying to progress and get more people involved.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because at the same time, you there's nothing better than seeing your own people from the ground up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? See how they flourish, you know what I mean?
Right.
Same thing like Fire the Misfit. Like, he haven't battled on nowhere acapella. And people know him like he's a household name now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's one thing I respect too, and I've always said, even in regards to this show, when it first began, people were like, "Oh, we want to see the 40s, we want to see the E Hearts," but I'm like, I want to have the new ones up here as well, because 40 wasn't always 40, E Heart wasn't always E Heart. It's not taking a stab at them, but they had to grow and develop. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, even when I saw Charisma last night, one of the things I love about Charisma, and I've said to people more so, you probably haven't seen her as much as, I'm not going to say as much as you would have. Like, sometimes people are like, who is Charisma? And I'm always like, go check out her resume. She has a ton, of battles per se. Her grind, I find her to be, and just an outsider looking in, where she came here to do this show all the way from Delaware. I got to the event last night. I want to say this without taking stabs at others, but she was there. Others I didn't see, and it's things happen. Who am I to tell somebody, not to be late? But it's just a level of professionalism that this lady has, and I want people to more so pay attention to that, to learn a lesson from her, and to possibly get like her. But nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? I think that's it's dope, and seeing that she, more so shines on Verbal Warzone, I think it's a great thing, that you guys are looking at new talent and not just the big names, because I think a lot of times a lot of leagues are just based on selling big names and not new up and coming talent.
I mean, listen, like,
to each his own, but
not necessary.
Right.
I mean, listen, you want to get everybody and have a mixture, but but I think is to really validate us as the league, you know what I mean? Because we coming out of New York, our home base is in New York, no matter where we go. And when you in New York, you have all the meccas of battle rap. You got Queen of the Ring, shout out to them. You got URL, shout out to them. You got We Go Hard, shout out to them. Coliseum, Trap, RBE. Everything. The meccas of all the heavyweights come out of New York. So it's only right that we had to come up with our own roster. You know what I'm saying? Try to get our own roster as well, not just borrow. And I think that kind of stamp us even more, and people respect more what you're doing, because you got your own talent that you're breeding.
Right. Own talent, and I always say own lane as well. I think there are a lot of, like you said, leagues that are coming out of New York, but you all are doing something that is just fucking impressive. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Nonetheless, and I'm not just saying that because y'all are here. I promote this shit and I talk about it, you know what I'm saying, on other shows, and it wasn't like a plea to get you guys here. No, it was more so like, yo, you have to respect what the fuck they're doing. They're doing something that nobody else is doing. Catch, you know what I'm saying, to it. It's very innovative. You know what I'm saying? So respect for that.
Thank you,
appreciate that,
Thanks.
man. Thank you, man.
I want to just give me 1 second because, you know, and it's my fault. And once again, my apologies. You know what I'm saying? The fucking MTA. I had to make sure it's both middle fingers.
Yo, listen, man. We was on Canal Street, man. Caught on one block for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So we already do, man. This is crazy, man. This New York traffic, man.
Yeah.
So we ain't gonna hold you to that, man. That's all good, man. There's always more time, King.
Yeah.
You know
Let me just get. I just want to read off this. Just for the people that are more so, where's photos? So if you're able to, next Saturday, July 27th, the Hall of Fame Studios, Multimedia. It's at 89 and 37 164th Street, Jamaica, Queens. Phone number 347-921-2135. It is the Verbal Warzone Battle League presents Collateral Damage 2. Some of the battles, as stated before: Official versus E Hart, T-Top versus Fire the Misfit, Charisma versus Jada Ray, B Magic versus Cash Bill, Sep Trez versus Casino PA. It is PA, not PA, right?
Yeah,
PA. All right. Bonnie Godiva versus Coffee, Shotgun Suge versus Butter from the Block, Ryder versus Chase Banks, Massage.
That one kind of been changed.
Okay, sorry.
You know, Ryder had other things to do, so that's kind of been changed.
All right, all right.
Sav Rothstein versus Chase Banks.
Gotcha.
Shout out to him.
Gotcha. Massage versus Chrissy Yamaguchi.
Yes.
K Edge versus King H.
Right.
Drew DeVille, am I saying that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Versus Young L. Once again, if you are able to, please make it out. I'll be sure to, I'll probably get the link from you guys to post it more so as well. You guys have to check out this fucking event if you're in the area. Come from afar to check this shit out. No bullshit. I hate to have to cut. I'm so fucking mad. We'll do it again for the next amazing card that you both have in the future.
Definitely.
I'm gonna be here an hour
Anytime you
earlier.
need us, just call me. Give me a call, okay?
But once again, please do just duty. Come out to this event. It's on a fucking Saturday. I don't know what the weather's gonna be like, but it's on Saturday. It's in fucking Jamaica, Queens. It's very easy and accessible to get to. Please make it. I want to thank the league owners of Verbal Warzone for coming through. You guys don't understand. This is a small show on a great platform, but it's a small show. You know, I can't thank you enough. I hate the fact that, as stated before, you guys are like the biggest guest to date, and I'm the fucking MTA. Like, I can't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit happens. But once again, next Saturday, the 27th of July, please make it out. Verbal Warzone Battle League Collateral Damage 2. It will be a movie. If you want to tell them where they can follow you both at online, please do so.
Verbal Warzone, everything. Facebook, Verbal Warzone. IG, Verbal Warzone. Everywhere. Right? Twitter, IG,
Verbal Warzone,
everything.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Verbal Warzone.
Gotcha. Once again, thank you all, and good night.
Salute.
Fucking angry, man.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.